Hey guys, Gino Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in. Alright, you might be asking, what's the crazy hillbilly got in the bag? Let me show you. This, I'm very excited about. I am not going to use this for what it's designed for, but I'm going to use the crap out of this thing. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing. Stovepipe. Did that give you a first clue? Stovepipe? Well, I guess the title probably gave you a clue. In my big heavy-duty duffel bag, this is my new SilverFire Tent Dragon tent stove. Sit it down here so we can get a good look at it. That's right, it's a tent stove. It is designed for like the cabin-style tents or small cabins, trailers, all that kind of stuff where you would need a little stove as a heat source in the wintertime, whether it's your deer camp cabin or any of that kind of stuff. That's what this is designed for. When I saw it, it immediately popped in my mind what I wanted to use it for. But let me go over some of the features on here first because it is really awesome. This thing is really cool. So first, it is a stove. It is a heater. I've got this little tray in there as an ash catcher. Let me get it out of here. I said ash. Alright, it's got a pretty small burn chamber. It's about 10 inches-ish or so in here, wide. And then the ashes fall underneath. And then it has your little damper thing here on the front so you can control your burn. Also, I don't know how well it's going to show up on the video, but you see all the little holes around the top? That's because it gasifies as well as burns. Everybody knows that I am a huge fan of all the SilverFire products. I have several myself that I have purchased and used. The rocket stoves and so forth like that. I have my little scout stove that I take with me hunting. Todd Albee is the guy's name for SilverFire. He understands combustion. So when you burn your regular wood in here, it also burns the fumes. When it gasifies, it burns the fumes. So you're getting the maximum amount of energy from the minimum amount of fuel. Small burn chamber, but it still puts out a lot of heat, and it does a lot of, you can do a lot of things with this. We're going to go over that right now. So, you have your fire going. On top right here, you'll see you have your outlet for your chimney stacks, which we have right here. 5 sections, and it's about 7 foot tall-ish when it's done, so you got plenty of room to vent it up. Right here is just a regular top of the stove. It gets hot. You can put a skillet right on here. You can, whatever you want to do with the top of it. But he went further, Todd did, with this. You can take this centerpiece out. I have a wire that I use. You can take the centerpiece out and set your cooking pot or whatever it is that you're using right on top of your fire. Where your fire is going to be right underneath here. You got your top. You can remove this next section here and it will become a grill. We'll get to this section over here in a second. This all comes with it. You can put it on here, and you can have a little grill right above your fire chamber right here, so you can grill steaks, fish, whatever it is that you want to cook. Really cool, man. This is a really cool design. And again, like I said, your basic pot stove or water kettle. I got a new water kettle. This thing is awesome. It's got a heat exchanger on the bottom so it distributes the heat evenly. Boils water really quickly. Really cool. We'll talk about this at a later date because I think I'm going to give one of these away in my up-and-coming giveaway when I hit 60,000 subscribers. Way cool. I love SilverFire stuff, man. It's just awesome. Well built. So, basic cooktop. Same as your normal, fire-burning cooktop. All kind of different options as far as cooking in pots or cooking on the grill here. So let me get this thing here rearranged and get my bag out of the way, and I will show you another feature that this thing has. Okay, so we went over the front of the stove here and the burn chamber and the damper and the cooktop. This back section here is a little oven. How awesome is that? So what comes with it is you have your thermometer, so you can tell the temperature of your oven. You can see what's going on inside your oven. Inside the oven you have a small baking dish, and a small rack. I would say probably 4 biscuits would be about the tops that you're going to be able to get into this, or a smaller, like a small party pizza, 8-inch pizza, something like that you could cook on the rack. And again, this particular oven rack also doubles as your grill for the top of the oven when you take these plates here off. I just love this. I just love it. You're camping, you got a pot of chili going on here, you got a little bit of cornbread going on over here, all at the same time while you're heating your tent or your cabin. I love it. Or in my case, I'll show you what I'll be doing with it here soon. So then on this other side, this stove weighs about, the stove itself weighs about, I'd say 45 pounds. I think it has it listed at 48 pounds. So on this right side of the stove, again, your combustion chamber, you have a rack here that you can either hang some of your utensils from, or you can put stuff if you want to use it up here to kind of keep it warm. Say you make your tea or you make your coffee, you set it aside over here on this rack. This is a water tank for heating water. Now, my suggestion for heating your water is to, when you take your tank off, you fill it up. To get it hot initially, I would set it up here for a couple of minutes. That'll get the water started heating and getting it hot, and then you can, of course, using gloves or a rag or something, fix it to the side. It comes with these hangers. This is how you fill it. And this is how you distribute your water into your coffee cup or your pan or whatever it is that you're going to be using. So, heat it up here, and then it'll keep it warm and keep it heated down here. It's stainless steel. It's all well built, very good construction, and it's going to last you for a long, long time, and is also very comparable in price-wise to the other tent stoves that are on the market. And again, once you use it, it's going to get scratched. It's going to be, the paint stuff's going to be coming off, and you can just use your regular high-temperature grill paints and so on to repaint it once you need to. So, as we're taking it apart, I just love this water tank, man. Hot chocolate for the kids if they're out there with you. Warm up your coffee. This thing is really, really cool, and I was excited when I was able to get it. Your legs, the legs for the stove fold underneath like this when you're packing it up to keep it more compact. And then, of course, I showed you the stovepipe, which is just basic 4-inch stovepipe that goes up and out. You can purchase elbows if you need to have a bend in it or something. You can get your 4-inch elbows and have them bent and vent them to whichever direction you need to do. So this is the stove that I was telling you about, that I was excited, and I've gotten it. I'm very excited. So now that we've gone over all the features of the stove, I'm going to leave a link in the video description to a video that Todd did about it that shows you him using it and the burn chamber, stuff like that. And we will be using this in the future, and I'll be making videos about, making a little of this and that, and how well stuff heats and how well it cooks. They do have smaller cast iron griddles and skillets and stuff that you can put inside your stove. I think up to 8 inches is what it'll hold, as far as your cast iron skillets and stuff go. And then, of course, you have your burn top up here. Come on, there we go. Your burn top up here, you can use, up to 10 or 12 inch cast iron skillets, or your big tea kettles and so on and so forth. I love it. I know I'm rambling on about it, but I'm excited about this one. I really like this, and it's going to serve us very well. So now, let me gather my stuff up here, and I want to take you and show you what I am going to do with the tent stove. So we'll catch up with you here in a second. Okay guys, I hope the lighting is okay on this. We are in my bedroom. This is one of those decorative fireplaces. It is only pretty much for little fires that are, for looking at. And I hate it. I do not like this. You see, we use it. We do use this every winter to try to keep this end of the house warm. But these things are very inefficient, and they don't put out a lot of heat for the amount of wood and attention that you have to give it. It is always needing to be stoked, and it doesn't put out a whole lot of heat. But we've been dealing with it and doing the best we can. So when I saw this tent stove, I immediately thought, insert for my existing fireplace that I have. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use these first two sections of the pipe here. I'll store those other ones, and I'm going to run these up. Let me hang my light up here, and hopefully you can see. I'm going to run these first two little sections of vent pipe and stove pipe up into the existing chimney. Well, I can find the right side. There we go. Attach it to the top of the stove. That way all of my smoke and excess smoking gases are going to vent up into the chimney for this here fireplace. And then I have my small burn box. It will heat this end of the house. Todd says that he has designed this to heat 10 by 16, I believe 10 by 12 or 10 by 16 area. And my bedroom is not much more than that. We're going to get the reflective heat from the fireplace brick and stuff, and so it's going to do a very good job of heating this end of the house and my bedroom, because where we have our heat exchanger coming in at the other end of the house, sometimes it's difficult in the cold winter to heat this end of the house. This is going to do exactly that for us. Plus, I'm going to humidify the house and this end. This is where my wife sleeps down here. My tea kettle will not only act as heating water, but when it starts steaming, it's going to put some humidity into this end of the house as well for those really cold and dry evenings. So there you have it. That is what I'm going to do with my tent stove. And I hope you guys can see that. I hope the light is working. A little bit of thinking outside the box. This is going to save a huge amount of time and money splitting and stacking firewood and tending the fire. This will burn for a lot longer than what the fire inside the fireplace will. And even if I go to sleep and the fire goes out, this still has, you know, an hour or so of residual heat that it's going to continue to put off. So let me get out of this crappy light and get out of my wife's way, and we'll end the video. So I'll see you in a second. So there you have it, guys. You see how I'm going to use another piece of wood burning gear from SilverFire for my benefit. It's going to save me a lot, like I said, a lot of time, a lot of effort, splitting a lot of wood for that fireplace. I will say this, I am not affiliated with SilverFire. If you buy a piece of SilverFire gear, I don't make any money off of it. That is not why I make these videos. These videos are made because it is extremely good equipment, and it is what I use personally, and that is what I share with you guys. If you buy a stove or a rocket stove or any other kind of stuff, the only thing that happens is you get an awesome piece of gear. It doesn't benefit me at all. So I'm just letting you know that this is not a commercial or any of that kind of stuff. This is just what I'm using my equipment for. Thinking a little bit outside the box, going to save myself some time and energy and money using wood to heat versus using electricity to heat. Like we use wood to cook, and we use wood for all kinds of stuff. So there you have it. That was the disclosure for all the people who are going to be like, oh, it's a nice commercial for SilverFire, you stupid. It's not what it is. I'm showing you what I'm doing. All right, so you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you very much for watching. I will leave a link to SilverFire website in the description box if you want to go check out their stuff. They got awesome gear. I've given it away several times because I believe that much in it. And we will do another giveaway here soon, and there will probably be some SilverFire gear involved in my giveaway, because I like the fact that people will have a good rocket stove that can make hot chow and heat if the power goes out in the middle of the winter and all that kind of stuff. That's what we're all about, doing a little bit more with a little bit less. So have a great rest of the day. Thank you very much for watching. God bless. In the end.
Buzz, buzz, the end.